My name's Craig. I'm the marketing manager at Beaver Coach Sales. So what we're doing here today, we're out at Cowboy Dinner Tree. It's about 70 miles outside of Bend. The concept here is we're really just trying to highlight some really interesting things that you can do in Central Oregon in an RV. And so anybody that's been around Oregon, Central Oregon for a while, they know the Cowboy Dinner Tree. So what we're doing is we're bringing 20 people from the staff out here. We're gonna enjoy a great dinner. We're gonna get to know the folks that run the establishment. And we're really just gonna have a great time. So that's the idea. We wanna treat our staff and meet the people that run the Cowboy Dinner Tree and share with you guys another fun opportunity to utilize your RV for an adventure here in Oregon.
So for us, Angel and I bought this place from her folks 12 years ago. So we've lived on the place since 2007, and she's worked here since she was 14. So her mom, really helped the original owners out a lot, and Angel worked for them as a waitress. And then and I came here for my 28th birthday, and Angel was my waitress. And that was in November, and we were married the next July. In essence, I'm the new guy here at 12 years. Our staff has been here for a long time, and they're really solid. So that's, I guess, the quick version of the dinner tree, of the history of it. Started in 1992 by Alan Marcy Prom. Pre-internet, pre-electricity, we got real power to the place in '99. So yeah, it's definitely unique, and I think that uniqueness is what has drawn people. We've never done any paid advertising, and we draw people from all over Central Oregon. I can always tell how long somebody's been an Oregonian if I run into them and I'm like, oh yeah, we have the Cowboy Dinner Tree, and they're like, what's that? I'm like, oh, you just moved here. Yeah, like 3 years ago. Okay, yeah. So if you've been here for very long, you've probably heard of it.
So my name's Christina Whaley, and I am the rental manager for Happy Camper RV Rentals, and then for Beaver Coach, I am the HR manager. And this is my first time out at Dinner Tree. It's actually my first time in Lake County, and I've lived in Oregon the majority of my life. Growing up in Pendleton, I'm very used to the old rustic rodeo lifestyle, so this kind of reminds me a little bit of home. Definitely a little more rustic than I was expecting, but it's got some cool ambiance while you're waiting around for your tables. Definitely it was off the beaten path, but it was a beautiful drive out here. So it only took about an hour and a half from Bend, so I'd encourage anybody to come on out here. I've heard about it before, and I've actually had a lot of my rental clients take RVs out here and then camp for the night. So they come out and have a great dinner and then sleep in one of the RV rentals and then head back into Bend.
The customers you'll see, they're going to start showing up here anytime and wandering around playing horseshoes. And then when that door opens, it's a horse race.
I'm Jesse Froslin. I'm with Beaver Coach Sales. I'm one of the walkthrough coordinators. I came out here once with the Shepherd's House out of Bend, and there's probably about 18 of us. And I never heard about it either. And we came out here to kind of do a group meal. And I was really surprised at how good the food was, the quality of service, and how many people knew about it. I'd never heard of it before, but I guess it's extremely popular because that night there must have been 18 people out the door here waiting to get in when everybody was done. As soon as you're done with your meal and you got out of that seat, there was someone ready to come in and take that spot, and a bunch of families out here playing horseshoes and stuff like that while they're waiting. So it's got a really cool ambience out here as far as how it goes, and the real rustic look to it. You can hardly tell it's actually a place to get a meal until you actually get out here or know what it is, but kind of a cool experience, I think, for the whole family usually when they come out here. Yeah, it's really good food. It's pretty easy to pick between your options with the chicken or beef.
Everything's made fresh, and so desserts wise, it's seasonal, so you might get a strawberry crisp or an apple pie depending on time of year when you come out here. It's large portions, and I was told to bring a Tupperware container because you cannot eat all the food.
I mean, we're pretty far out here, like an hour away from La Pine. There's not really any city draw or anything like that out here, but the quality of their food speaks for itself, and it stays pretty busy. You'll probably be surprised by the time we leave here today just how many people actually show up for dinner.
I'm Scott Cruikshank,
And I'm Janae Cruikshank, and I'm the controller at Beaver Coach Sales.
we've been regulars over the years.
We've lived in Central Oregon for 20 years, and we've come out here a good handful of times, so we really like it. It's really unique. There's nothing else like it in Bend or anywhere else I've been, so.
Yeah, it's a neat, almost like country Thanksgiving rustic meal. That's really a lot of fun to
Comfort
celebrate.
food.
Yeah, with friends or family. The drive is beautiful.
So it's a fun group location for sure, and it'd be a great area to camp in.
The RV crowd is a big part of our business. The RV crowd is all factions of people, you know, from, you know, your typical weekender with a, you know, a little 18-foot pull behind to the people that are just seeing America, you know, out of the great big ones, and really everything in between. So they're always a lot of fun. We have, you know, we own both sides of the county road, and so we let people park on the other side of the road there for free. It's all dry camping. We don't charge anything for it. We can fit 10 or 12 RVs over there, and sometimes it'll be all one group, you know, fill in the blank RV club from wherever. Other times it'll be all individuals, and by the next morning they're all pretty much friends. They do a lot of tailgating and have a good time, you know. 1 mile up the road from us is the beginning of the Fremont National Forest. It's an open forest. You can camp anywhere you like for free, other than the improved campgrounds. They're like $5 a night. You're probably gonna easily find an open spot with not a lot of competition. So they railroad logged the Fremont National Forest until 1989, and then they pulled the tracks up in 91. So all those old rail beds are all now single lane roads, and they're all gradual grades with gradual corners for the steam engines to get up and around. And so it's pretty cool, the places you can go. There's hiking trails all over, lakes, creeks, springs. You can find a camp spot, you know, about anywhere. And if that's not your style, in the town of Silver Lake, there's 2 full-service RV parks.
There's a few draws out in this area. You got Summer Lake, there's a couple of hot springs. There's a few different things out in the area that people do frequent as far as that goes. But this outback area is it's kind of one of those hidden gems in Oregon. Not a lot of people really even come out on this road. And one thing that's going to be awesome about out in this area and camping is you'll have no light pollution, so you'll have a full stargazing experience anytime you camp out in this area.
You could go to Christmas Valley. A lot of people like to go to Christmas Valley and tour around. In addition, there's a couple of hot springs nearby, so you could, you know, do this and then go back to the hot springs. There's lots of campgrounds that we've passed along the way as well.
Fort Rock is really close by. I know there's good hiking.
And there's so much government land here. So a lot of these areas are really fun to explore. There's a lot of various campgrounds where you could just pull over and enjoy the wild scenery throughout the seasons. But yeah, Oregon's just very unique, where there's just so much to roam and to be able to observe out on the open road.
It's
Pretty
a
out
great
here.
stop on a beautiful road trip.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but
And you get cats.
yeah.
I like to visit and meet people. Everybody's got their own story, right? Every single human on this planet has their story of who they are and how they got there. You know, it starts off with, hey, let's go to the Cowboy Dinner Tree this summer. You got to put a lot of effort in to come here. You can bring your RV, and we get lots of people that'll stay all weekend and eat just one night or eat 2 or 3 nights, or, you know, a lot of times for those people, we're either the beginning or the end of a trip. Either, hey, we're going to see Southeast Oregon, or we're going to wherever. They stop in here, have a great time, and they take a ton of food with them, or they go and see Southeast Oregon, and this is the last stop before they go home and go back to whatever their lives are.
We're huge supporters of being able to make the most of your windshield time and to be able to enjoy various places that you would not normally see by way of like flying or.
And Beaver Coach has some great employees, and it was fun to have a dinner with them. So, yeah.
Great company with amazing outdoor vehicles, recreational vehicles for really capturing life, you know, wherever you are.